Is a senior research fellow in Arabic and Islamic studies at Pembroke College at Oxford University, joins us now via Skype from Geneva. It looks as though the ceasefire in Aden appears to be holding. But what are the prospects for this leading to a broader political agreement between the southern separatists and the government that would prevent an upsurge in fighting going forward?
I think that's going to be very difficult to prevent in the long term, as long as the demands of the southern separatists are not being listened to. We could have predicted this. After all, the UAE has been supporting this rival political structure to the Hadi government called the Southern Transition Council, and it has recruited thousands of forces across the south who are not directly answerable to President Hadi. So clashes were bound to emerge, and indeed they have done already. We already saw clashes in 2017 at Aden Airport, and of course in 2018 when the Prime Minister was detained for a few days. So this isn't unexpected, and it definitely weakens the Hadi government. If you remember, back in April, President Hadi had hoped to hold a parliamentary session in Aden, but in fact, that wasn't able to go ahead because the Southern Transition Council wouldn't allow it, and he had to hold it in Hadramaut. So it was only a question of time before all of this bubbled up.
Indications at the moment are from the southern separatists that they are committed to a ceasefire. At the same time, the United Arab Emirates is withdrawing or scaling down its military presence in Yemen. Does this mean that there might be a pathway towards some sort of dialogue?
I think we need to disentangle those 2 points. The UAE drawdown of its military in Yemen indicates more than anything that it is tired of the war in the north with the Houthis. It has all of these local forces recruited on the ground who are in the south and who can now pursue southern separatist aims. So in a sense, it simply shifts the UAE focus in the war from the north to the south.
But does it not also deprive the southern separatists of support that would be key if they are to not just gain territory, but kind of consolidate it?
That is one way of looking at it. But another way of looking at it would be that it also gives the UAE more deniability over being implicated in the southern separatist movement. After all, it now has its forces in place. And these separatists are not just going to go away. Blood has been shed. Even if at a leadership level now the UAE is in a position to paper over the cracks in the coalition with Saudi Arabia, that doesn't mean that that's going to translate into their forces on the ground being able to mend their rifts.
Elisabeth Kendall, Senior Research Fellow in Arabic and Islamic Studies at Pembroke College, Oxford University. Thank you for joining us.